Shalom. This past Shabbat, we read from the portion of Vayigash, and we talked a little bit over Shabbat about how the two prime characters, Judah and Joseph, represent archetypes of Jewish identity that are quite relevant to our times today and specifically this week. As you know, in the news, there's been a spate of attacks, mostly targeting our more visibly obvious Jewish brothers and sisters. And this, in a way, I would argue, is the Judah model. The Jew who is identifiably Jewish, who needs something right now, who's in a moment of need. And then, of course, there's Joseph on the other end of the spectrum. Joseph can easily pass. In other words, he blends in to the general culture around him, not necessarily obviously Jewish in his appearance, and even so much so that his brothers don't recognize him. And he's a man of tremendous power, influence, and authority. And there are many of us in our progressive Jewish community who are more like the Josephs. We have many Josephs today. We have Josephs in the political sphere. We have Josephs in all different fields of professional excellence. And there's a tremendous responsibility that comes with being a Joseph. But of course, Joseph needs something as well. While he might have everything he thinks he could want, he still needs his family. And this is what the portion's about. It's about Vayigash. The word approaching is the recurring word of this portion. It's a moment of encounter. Yesterday was a tremendous moment of encounter, of approach between Jews of all different backgrounds, tens of thousands of Jews gathering together on the Brooklyn Bridge, proudly proclaiming their Judaism in such a beautiful way. And today, that pride continues with the AJC's Jewish and Proud campaign, where all Jews of all backgrounds today are invited to proudly display their Jewishness, whether through wearing a kippah, whether through wearing a shirt of some Jewish content, a Star of David, anything that shows to the world proudly and unabashedly, I am Jewish. And we might imagine ourselves again today in Joseph's sandals, imagining what it looks like to be in that moment of Ani Yosef, I am Joseph, which is also code for I'm Jewish. Our brothers and sisters who are in the more ultra-Orthodox world are targets by virtue of looking more obviously Jewish. And we're not doing this today out of fear. We're doing this specifically out of pride and out of love and out of unity. And that solidarity is such a beautiful solidarity that we don't often express in our Jewish community, but it's one that, thank God, I think we're approaching right now. That whatever marks us as Jewish, however we understand that, is a beautiful thing. And that we have this Vayigash moment, a moment of coming together. We're so lucky, we're so blessed in our times that our decision to display our Jewishness is ours. For many millennia, there have been host cultures that have forced upon us markers of our Jewishness, external markers, such as the Jew cap in the medieval ages, or more recently, of course, the Holocaust, the star, the golden, the yellow armband. And then, of course, there are moments in our modern times when even within our Jewish circles, some Jews are shamed or discouraged from wearing traditional markers of Jewishness, such as women in different circles trying to wear kippot and talitot, or certain Jewish ethnicities from Africa who have certain traditional garb, like the Ethiopian Jews. But we should take advantage of the fact that in our community, we can express our Judaism however we wish. And it's important to remember that the way we express our Judaism isn't just the kippah we wear on our head or the tzitzit we might wear under our shirt, but it's the Jewish values and Jewish ethics that make our community and our tradition so relevant and so beautiful and eternal. And this is what we celebrate today. Our sages teach us that the Jews survived and were redeemed out of Egypt on account of a number of different things. One of the traditional sayings is on account of not changing their manner of speech, their names, and their dress. And these are all, again, external expressions. And while they might seem superficial, they count. The way we comport ourselves in our lives counts deeply. The way we show our Judaism and show others, standing as an example, each of us, emissaries of our people, deeply, deeply matters. And with this, we turn to each other, we turn towards the world, and we say, yes, we are proud, we are Jewish, we're not afraid, we're in fact very excited to show you what it means to be Jewish. We do this at shul, and we do this in every encounter we have at work, on the streets, everywhere, every day. So I wish you a happy Jewish and proud day, and remind you that here at Bethel and here in your lives, we're Jewish and proud not just today, January 6th, but every single day of the year. Take care and be strong.